The 5R compass is not about doing everything perfectly at once. It's about having a way to learn from each experience. Recognize, respect, request, record, reflect. 5 short moves that help you show up in the real world while protecting what matters most. Now, let's go a level deeper. Culture shows up in very practical places where carers often feel stuck or misunderstood. I want to look at 4 everyday domains: language and communication, food and ritual, decision-making and family roles, and spiritual and meaning needs. As you listen, notice which ones are most relevant to your situation right now. So A, language and communication. Language barriers can be obvious. Different languages, accents, or confidence levels. But even when everyone technically speaks the same language, words can carry different meanings across cultures. Terms like DNR, comfort care, or palliative can land very differently depending on your background and experiences. A few practical steps: interpreter support. If English is not the patient's primary language, ask for an interpreter when you book the appointment. If an on-site interpreter isn't available, ask about phone or video options. If you bring a bilingual family member, gently encourage the medical professional to speak to both the patient and that person, not just the translator. You can say something like, "Let me repeat that back to check I've understood," and then summarize in your own words. This is neutral and proactive. It catches misunderstandings early and signals to the medical professional that clear language matters to you. You're not being difficult, you're building a bridge. B is food and ritual. Food and ritual are deeply tied to identity, comfort, and belonging. Sometimes medical plans don't take that into account at all. Rather than assuming you have to abandon traditional foods or practices, you can open a conversation. Tell the medical team what foods are part of your culture and when they're used daily, on special occasions, in rituals. Then ask, is there any medical reason to avoid this? If not, how could we adapt if it is needed? If a ritual involves touching, washing, singing, or specific times of day, ask about safety parameters rather than framing it as a problem. For example, you might say in your own words, "This particular ritual is very important to our family. What safety considerations should we keep in mind so that we can honour it and still follow the medical plan?" Often there is more flexibility than it first appears. That only emerges if you name what matters and invite discussion. C is decision-making and family roles. In many cultures, decisions, especially around serious illness, are made collectively. Elders, faith leaders, and extended family may be involved. Western medical systems, however, often expect one decision-maker. You can help bridge that gap by telling the care team early how your family works. In your own language, you might say that your family usually makes decisions together and that you'd like certain people included in key conversations. Creating a short family meeting structure for yourselves, especially when choices are complex. The facts as you currently understand them, your values, what matters most right now. Comfort, time at home, longevity, independence. The specific decision that needs to be made and who will action what and by when. You can also ask the team to support a brief family meeting with a nurse or doctor present, especially at major turning points in care. Remember, you are allowed to bring your family's way of deciding into the room. Spiritual and meaning needs aren't just extras. They shape how people understand illness, consent to treatment, tolerate pain, and approach dying. Some practical steps here. Ask if spiritual care is available where you are. This might be a hospital chaplain, imam, elder pastor, rabbi, or another spiritual leader. You can request for them to visit or be involved in important discussions, if that's appropriate for your family. When medical professionals explain options in very technical language, it's okay to pause and say you need time to process this in light of your family's beliefs. You might ask for written information to take to your spiritual advisor or a follow-up call after you've spoken with them. The heart here is to integrate, to let medical care and spiritual care speak to each other instead of being torn between them. 4 key phrases every carer can use. In this section, I want to offer 4 short, flexible phrases that can change how conversations go with medical professionals and with family. Treat these as starting points you can adapt into your own wording and language.